Hello Aquarius, I'm Louise Hay from BeHealing.com and this is a special bonus read. It's a biggest block reading, so I'm going to go into what your biggest resistance is to getting the things that you want in your life, how you're stopping yourself from doing that, and better still, how to release it. So stick around for that. And the reason I'm doing these bonus readings, of course, is because I've got a half price reading sale this weekend. So when I publish this, the sale has already started. It's on my biggest block reading. So if you'd like a 3-page personalized version of this, then you're going to want to book in. There's a link up there. And that makes it 60 Australian dollars instead of 120 Australian dollars, which is about 35, 40 American dollars this weekend only. So let's have a look. Generally, what's it about for Aquarius? What is this biggest blocker about for Aquarius? Now, this might resonate with you, it might not. Aquarius, let's see. Aquarius, your biggest block is it's about appreciating yourself. It's about loving yourself and appreciating yourself. And so I'm picking up a hardness here. Maybe you had a hard parent or something that was that wanted you to be excellent and demanded you to always do better, always be better, that kind of thing. And which is good, you know. There's always a good side of things, and there's always a bad side of things too. And so it's good for someone to have tried to encourage you to be all that you can be, kind of thing, Aquarius. But this has kind of expressed itself in a negative way too, because you felt like you weren't being appreciated for who you were. You weren't being loved for who you were, and so you've kept that with you now, and you're doing the same thing to yourself. You know, you're expecting too much of yourself. You're being too hard on yourself, and it's coming across as like self-criticism instead of self-appreciation. You're not loving yourself. You're feeling unloved and unappreciated by yourself now, just as you did maybe as a child when your parent or whoever it was did that same thing to you. So you're continuing it on with yourself. Aquarius. The right card, you know, it's the story that you're writing in your life, you know, that story again and again. High expectations, you never being good enough, that kind of thing. The story that you're writing about your life is the biggest block. About you not being appreciated, about you needing to do better. You always need to be better, you're not good enough. That is the problem. Aquarius, because it's not true, you know. Brilliant, and feel it. So you're not feeling it. You're not feeling brilliant because of this. You're not feeling the appreciation. Right. It's one thing to write it down. That's why that right card came out. It's one thing to write it down. It's one thing to affirm it, but to actually feel it, to actually feel brilliant, to actually appreciate yourself and feel it is another thing too. So Aquarius, you might not have realized this, that you're not feeling it, and that's the biggest problem here. You're not feeling that appreciation. You know, this is something that can happen. We can get, if there's something lacking in our childhood, or if there was some kind of a pattern, it can cause us to not be able to feel those things for ourselves. So if we weren't loved right, if we weren't loved very well when we were kids, it can be very difficult to love ourselves and to feel love for ourselves, because we didn't get that feeling, and so we can't go back to that feeling. Do you know what I mean? It's like programmed into us at a very early age. So if we've got like fear programmed into us from a very early age, that's the programming, and that's the default programming that's always going to be there. And so you're not feeling it. You're not feeling it, Aquarius. Maybe you haven't realized that other people feel it. Other people feel appreciated. Maybe people that had supportive parents that would encourage them and, you know, tell them what they were doing great, then they would really feel it, and they're able to tap into that, into adulthood. You haven't got that going on, Aquarius, for those of you that are resonating with this. So what can you do about it? Let's have a look. Let's ask, what can you do about it? Right. You can love what's perfect about you already. Now, this is not about just choosing those things that are good enough for you already. This is about choosing everything. So what I mean by that is loving yourself, whether you are perfect or whether you're flawed. Loving yourself just for everything. Loving yourself for everything. So loving yourself, whether you've got money or you don't have money. Loving yourself whether you win or lose. Loving yourself for dropping something and smashing it on the floor. Loving yourself for making an amazing dinner. Loving yourself for burning the pizza. Just loving yourself for all of it. And it can get really amusing when you start doing this. Make it a constant practice, Aquarius, to love yourself for everything. Don't judge it, right? Don't judge anything. Just love yourself for everything. Like, I love that I just did that. I love that the sun's kind of burning me right now. I love that I'm making these videos outside again. Just loving everything like that. Loving yourself for it. That's going to help you. It's going to help you. Making everything perfect. Making yourself good enough. That's what it's about. That's going to help you. Is having that practice of just loving everything about yourself. Now, this is an interesting one. So I'm still asking like how you can release this biggest block, Aquarius. This is about connecting the dots, noticing what's flowing well for you, right? So you know how if a parent isn't appreciating you, then they may be not rewarding you and giving you the things that you wanted as a kid. Or maybe you just got the rewards when you did really well, when you got high grades or whatever, and that made you feel this, you're not appreciated for who you are, you're just appreciated for what you can do, kind of thing, Aquarius. This is saying, well, connect those dots because, grace is happening in your life. Grace is receiving things. It's the universe, it's abundance. It's the things happening in divine timing. It's serendipity, it's miracles, it's synchronicities. It's you receiving from the universe, right? And so if you're receiving from the universe, which you are, well, the universe thinks that you're good enough then, doesn't it? If you're thinking of the universe like a parent, it's not just not just giving you stuff when you're perfect. In fact, you'll have been shown the opposite. If this is going on for you, you'll have been shown the opposite. Like it'll be when you give up, it'll be when you let go, it'll be when you stop trying to be perfect that you slip into this grace. Things start showing up for you from the universe. So that's a sign. So connect the dots, Aquarius. Notice that you're in a state of grace. So that means that the universe doesn't need you to be perfect. It knows that you're good enough already. It knows you're good enough already. So notice it. Notice that grace more. That the universe loves you and appreciates you all the time, not just some of the time. And when you do that and when you start focusing on that, it'll happen more and more. And when you let go of this, it's like self-persecution. When you start learning to appreciate yourself and you can actually feel that, you begin to feel it, Aquarius, that's when the floodgates will open and grace will happen a lot more because it's a block, That's what it is. It's a block. It's like you'll only get to see what you believe about yourself. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll be like closing your eyes to all the grace that's around you. So connect the dots, Aquarius, and that's going to help you release this block. There you go. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? How does it resonate with you? Love hearing from you. And don't forget, you can book in for a half-price personal biggest block reading. There's a link right there to do that. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.